She helped invent Wi-Fi. But the world only saw a movie star, the hidden genius of Hedy Lamarr. To the world, Hedy Lamarr was one of the most beautiful women in Hollywood. In the 1930s and 1940s, she starred in major films, walked red carpets, and became a global symbol of glamour. But behind the fame and camera flashes, Lamarr lived a secret second life, not as an actress, but as an inventor. She wasn't just memorizing scripts. She was studying engineering. Hedy Lamarr was born in Vienna, Austria, in 1914. Her father was a banker who loved explaining how machines worked. As a child, she listened closely, fascinated by the mechanics behind everyday objects. She didn't just see things, she wanted to understand them. By her early 20s, she became a film star in Europe, and soon after, she moved to Hollywood. Studios promoted her as the most beautiful woman in the world. But that image hid her true passion. Inside her home, she built a private inventing room. While the world saw glamour, Lamarr spent her nights sketching designs, experimenting with ideas, and thinking about technology. She wasn't formally trained as an engineer, but she had something just as powerful: curiosity and imagination. Then World War II changed everything. Lamarr wanted to help the Allied forces fight against Nazi Germany. She knew that radio-controlled torpedoes could be jammed by enemy signals, making them useless. If the signal could be blocked, the weapon would fail. She began working on a solution. In 1941, together with composer George Antheil, she invented a system called frequency hopping. The idea was simple, but revolutionary. Instead of sending a signal on a single frequency, the signal would rapidly switch between many different frequencies. This made it almost impossible for enemies to detect or jam. Her inspiration came from an unlikely source: a player piano. Just like piano rolls switch notes automatically, her system could switch frequencies automatically, protecting the signal. She patented the invention in 1942, but the US Navy didn't take it seriously. At the time, her idea was considered too complex and impractical. Instead, they told her she could serve her country better by selling war bonds, using her celebrity status instead of her invention. Her technology was ignored. Years later, in the 1960s, engineers rediscovered her concept. They realized that frequency hopping could solve one of the biggest problems in wireless communication: interference and signal security. Her invention became the foundation for modern wireless technology. Today, frequency hopping spread spectrum is used in Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and GPS. Every time a phone connects to wireless internet, every time Bluetooth headphones work, every time GPS guides someone home, it relies on the same core idea Hedy Lamarr invented decades earlier. She helped create the invisible system that connects the modern world. But she didn't receive recognition for most of her life. Hollywood remembered her beauty. Technology forgot her brilliance. Lamarr once said, "Inventions are easy for me to do," and she never stopped inventing. She designed ideas for improved traffic lights, and even a tablet that could turn water into a carbonated drink. Finally, in 2014, years after her death, she was inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame. Today, she is remembered not just as a film star, but as something far more important: a pioneer, a visionary, and the woman whose invisible invention helps power the modern world.